Hello there.
Hello.
I just wanted to ask you personally, how do you feel on a day-to-day basis? And how are you feeling right now?
It does not matter.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
And that's
You broke up.
I was asking, is there such a thing as a soul, and does it go through multiple births and deaths?
I do not know.
Hello. I was reading your book the entire morning and really glad to see you here. The question I had is the fastest way to, find the state of no mind, to look inside?
You are chasing it. You will not find it.
Hello.
Hello.
Would you agree that is the linearity of time illusory? And if it is, what is time? Thank you.
Well, perhaps the more effective way to say it was that everything in your life is illusory, not just time.
You are doing it for fun, right? Creating a group of all things are empty and you are enjoying it, shelling out your boredom with it, right? And answering all questions as no.
I cannot hear you properly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
You are doing this for fun, right? Creating a group of all things are empty and shelling out your boredom at our expense.
You are free to think so. This was not a wise question.
Oh my god.
May I?
Yes.
Um, is there something as dropping it all at once?
There is, but it's not volitional. It cannot be forced.
May I ask another question, or is this limited
Okay.
one? So I've been an extrovert all my life, and when I started for the past year, I've been a lot by myself, and I'd spend the whole day without interaction with not much interaction with other people, and I could sit by myself. And I got on Clubhouse to ask you questions when it came out for Android in India, and then I started using it, and then I realized, in spite of all the search and what I want and all of that, I'm still drawn to people and interactions, and I've been trying to understand this. And I've not been able to get out, and I don't know whether it's an addiction. I look at it as an addiction, of course, and it's just a week, and the week has been. But there's the focus also. Sometimes, even if it's something as a room, and you're focusing, and there is the focus, but I don't understand this. I thought I'd dealt with the problem. It's there
I don't
always.
know what you're asking.
I'm asking whether we are drawn to other humans, and whether we want social interaction, even if we can go a year without much social interaction. When it comes back again, it's still like before.
The vast majority of human beings are drawn to other human beings and drawn to socialization, yes.
Thank you.
Hello, doctor.
Mm,
Is everything irrelevant?
yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Kapil.
Hello?
Why millions are starving and I have food on my table?
I don't I don't know.
Hello.
Hello?
If an individual's mind makes him or breaks him, what does it mean when the mind is empty?
It does not mean anything.
What directs him?
I cannot speak for anybody. Every human being is driven by different things. Yes.
Hi, Siddha.
Hello?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Hi, Kapil. How do I control this urge to ever wanting to get more desires?
It's an ineffective question. There is no how to.
Hello.
Yes.
So, you have been talking about meaninglessness in life. So, my question is, what keeps you attaching to life? I mean, death is pretty easier than to live. But if so, what's your wisdom if you have?
Well, I cannot speak for why any particular human being is attached to life. Every human being has a different DNA.
Hi.
Hello?
Uh, Before I was exposed to your work, I was saying there was uh, faults everywhere. Means I could see that, but still I was pulled into society and its rules and prescriptions. But after I was exposed to your work, it was like giving a permission to me. It was dismantling completely. I felt free. But my question is, what is that deep knowing you had to come out of that, I would say, society as a black hole which pulls us in? What took you out of it and stand it as a truth?
It's a good question. I don't know if I can really answer that question. I think every human being has a particular DNA, and I have never gone with people. I have never gone with society. I have always stood alone. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. There's nothing to be, there's nothing to emulate or be proud of there. It's not positive. But I've always sort of seen the falseness in the majority views of things. I've always gone against the world. Why that is, I suppose it's a DNA thing. I'm not really sure why.
Can I ask another question?
Okay.
What is the truth to see things as if we are seeing for the first time every time?
Well, there's no intellectual truth to that. But if one recognizes that they do not really see anything, they view everything through conditioning, then there is a possibility for that person.
Uh, Hi Siddha, I hope you and your family are doing good.
Thank you.
My question is, so recently, please do correct me if my question is very intellectual or if I'm questioning in a very wrong way. But my question is, recently or some from few months, I have been questioning everything because we have been living in a concept that we are conditioned to believe in. And while thinking about everything, I stumbled upon the word called freedom, and I started thinking about what actually freedom is. And while I was questioning it more, I came to a certain conclusion, which is not, I don't know if right or wrong, but which I believe the freedom is being free from all attachment and all feelings. But then, if we try to be free of all the attachments, all the
Okay.
feelings,
Well, stop right there. I mean,
done.
it can be defined in different ways. There's many ways to say something. Even what is every human being looking for? You could say peace. You could say joy. You could say bliss. You could say nirvana, realization, moksha, enlightenment. There's words are just words. Every human being defines things in their own way, and there's no wrong or right. But
Mm-hmm.
your the floor caved in on you as soon as you said, "But if I try to do that,"
Mm-hmm.
you don't try to do anything.
Okay,
If you try to make yourself do this and that and be, that's the self-help, and that's where you will be going in circles, and you will only make things worse.
okay. So I should let it go in with the flow.
I did not say that, and that's what everybody says. Everyone needs a doing.
Got
If I say don't do that, they'll say, oh, so just be. I'll say no, don't be. They said, okay, so what should I do?
got it.
And
Got it.
that's
Got
your
it.
conditioning. Your conditioning is to be a monkey. Your conditioning is to be a mouse and on a hamster wheel and jump and do and do and do. That is the
Mm.
poison. That is the virus that the world has infected you with.
Hi, Kapil.
Hello.
I have a question that what is happiness? And is happy, as I understand,
It
is
is a
happiness.
myth. It is a myth. Hello. Hello.
I think you already answered the question, so my apologies for making you repeat yourself. But do you feel constrained by the English language to talk like this? Is there any other language in which you could perhaps maybe conceptualize that phrase devotion to the truth?
Language in itself is a barrier because words can mean many different things for different people, and words cannot describe a feeling. Words cannot drive. Words cannot describe the feeling of arriving at something. So everything turns out to be conceptual to some degree, and that is why a certain degree of genuineness and sincerity is required upon the part of the viewer slash listener, because it is only then that they'll be willing to look beyond the words.
Thanks for having me on the stage. My question is, how can one be disciplined enough to conquer his or her destiny?
There is no, you have no, you have no idea what you're asking. Conquer your destiny. How can one be disciplined? There's just concept upon concept.
How can one live disciplined in a disciplined
There is
manner?
no how can one anything. You repeating the question is not going to make it true.
Hey,
Hello?
I'm Edie. Hey, my question is like, if everything you're sharing is not very novel and already like naturally be aware, so if one is not
Yeah,
trying to,
I didn't understand the first part. What did you say?
okay, um, so if one is coming from the direction of already being aware of this state, like what you're sharing doesn't sound novel, but trying to figure out a way to make a living in this so-called
Well,
world.
first of all, I did not describe any state. I don't know what you mean by it is not novel. I don't know what you mean by describing a state. I don't know what you mean by if one is already aware of this state. You're just making things up. It's just if upon if upon if upon if upon if.
Well, if I can't see any if, how can I share a state so I can ask my question?
There is no state. You are infected by all these concepts.
Um,
I'm not interested in convincing you.
If all things are empty, is it totally futile to fill up my big
Well,
gulp?
but why do you think that all things are empty?
Oh, sorry, I just read the room title. Should I
Yes,
fill up?
yes, but there's no reason for you to believe that.
Okay, I don't believe all things are empty, but if they
Okay,
were, should I fill up my big gulp?
but if you don't believe all things are empty, then why do you ask if they were?
This big gulp exists in a hypothetical plane.
Your question exists in a hypothetical plane.
Your mom exists in a hypothetical plane. Strictly speaking.
Hi.
Hello.
Is meant to be the biggest lie ever?
There are many lies.
Hi, why to stay alive?
It's not a question for me to answer for you.
Do spirits actually exist?
Hi, Kapil. Uh, as you have mentioned, you have not been conditioned by this world. What, according to you, is beyond thought?
Truth.
Hello. My question is, why is it, why does it make, why is it more, why does it have more sense to perform or to do any dramatic work than life, so to speak?
I don't understand the question.
Like as a performer, it tend to make more sense the in time, whatever the piece is, whether it's a movie or a theater piece, it makes more sense to performer as reality than the actual reality.
I still don't understand the question.
Hi,
Hello.
this is asking why help in the pursuit of truth.
No.
Hi, I'm curious if you still have any questions or matters that you're pondering or asking, and what those are.
Well, there are many truths to know. It does not merely matter what they are, but they're in all sorts of domains. There are many truths to know.
Hey, hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi. It is mentioned that all things are empty. So, what do you mean by things?
Your entire life.
Isn't devotion to truth too empty?
No.
Hi, Kapil.
Hello.
So when you wrote that when a man becomes nothing, he instantly becomes everything, right? So in the process of becoming nothing, isn't he losing everything?
No, he's already lost everything, whether he realizes it or not.
Hi, Kapil. Um,
Hello.
in the state of emptiness, would I experience the state of true total freedom?
It does not matter. Because if I said to you, yes, what are you going to do? Chase it because it gives you freedom? There's no concept here to make you attracted to it so that you'll go do it. If you have to ask what the cost benefit analysis of something is, then you're not devoted. And that isn't a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hi there.
Hello.
I wanted to ask what is truth, and if it varies across domains and planes, why is
There are
not illusion?
universal truths and there are truths that are situational.
I agree that chasing something is enslavement. So, but is chasing or trying to use power as a tool to reach truth is a good thing or nothing useful?
Nothing is good. Power is a vague word.
Would you say your beliefs about the world make your life enjoyable?
I don't think it's about beliefs, nor do I think is it about enjoyment. It is only about truth.
Hello, Doctor. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
So, I have found myself on a river of never ending concepts where following one or chasing one leads to another and so forth. To the point that I believe that my thoughts are a disease. My question is there a cure for such disease?
Yes. The cure is the truth.
Hello. Hi.
Yes.
Um, I was, Let me try and reiterate what I understand by um, devotion to the truth is the truth itself, and please let me know if I'm right or if I'm getting it right. Um, isn't it possible that I am completely devoted to my craft, and 30 years later I look back and realize that that devotion was empty too? Isn't there a certain truth to that?
It depends if you were doing it for reasons of pleasure and ego, which it almost certainly is the case.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a bad thing, but that would make it empty.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, how do you describe empty?
Meaningless. Insignificant.
Hi, Kapil.
Hello.
So, uh, if you don't pursue anything, how can you expect different
I
results
never said that you shouldn't
from
pursue
yesterday?
anything. Did I say that you shouldn't pursue anything? When did I say
I
that you shouldn't
said,
pursue anything?
I thought the pursuit for truth meant no pursuit at all.
I did not say that. You said that. I never at all came close to saying anything like that. You hallucinated that.
Okay, okay. Then, so I should define my own pursuit, or
You should not do anything.
what? Then what should
You
I
can
do?
you cannot hear the truth because you're just looking for an action. You're just looking for a prescription. You're not ready to ask
Okay.
questions.
Does suffering end when you know the truth?
In many ways, suffering is always there. But yes, if there is an end to suffering, it would be through truth. But if one chases truth as an antidote or a relief from suffering, it becomes a chase. And things don't usually work that way.
Hello, how do I know myself?
Hi, Kapil. Would you say each one of us listening here and coming on stage is nothing but, just looking or seeking a prescription?
Yes, and it is not anyone's fault. You have to understand that when something is all that one has ever known, what else can they say? It is that's the power of conditioning. There's nowhere in society which ever tells you that you should not seek prescriptions. And that very concept, that very idea, the very thought of that is um, completely maddening. No one would ever think of such a thing. Everything is based upon a how to. So the fact that there is no how is not really present anywhere in the world. And so therefore it would be unrealistic to expect people to not be infected by that. But that also doesn't mean that I'm going to entertain it.
Hi, Kapil. Am I audible?
Yes.
Um, can someone guide me to truth, or is it something that I should figure out myself?
It depends what you mean by someone. In all
Uh,
practical, in all practical, in all practicality, for the someone to guide you, he or she would have to be completely immune to the notion of prescriptions and wholeheartedly devoted to truth. And you may search the world over, you likely will not find such a human being.
Hi. Um Accepting all things are empty.
I didn't ask
You're
you to accept it. Why are
no,
you
no, no.
accepting it?
Can I just? I mean, okay. Accepting. I'm just saying. Let me just complete my sentence. Accepting all things are empty would basically force me to view all the struggles or the purpose of my life as an external
No,
entity.
nothing. I don't need to let you finish your sentence
Okay.
because the entire sentence is false. There is no accepting. Why would you accept it?
No, it's a choice, right? I mean, if
No, it's not a choice. It isn't a choice. What color is your hair? Is that a choice? It's only a choice when it's conceptual.
Hello.
Hello?
Um, can truth be understood or is it experienced?
Well, it cannot be understood intellectually. It can only be discovered through devotion.
Devotion to truth?
Yes.
And what is devotion?
I don't know. Definitions are definitions. They don't usually go anywhere. I think you know what devotion is. There's no fancy Merriam-Webster dictionary definition that will do anything for you.
Hi there.
Hello?
Earlier you mentioned there are multiple situational truths. Is there a possibility that some of these can contradict each other?
No. There are always contradictions. And the contradictions exist because one views things conceptually and intellectually.
Hello.
Hello?
Is there any God?
Well, if you have to ask, then that will require a choice. And if there's a choice, that it's intellectual. Therefore, it has no relevance.
Hello.
Hello?
So if all things are empty, why am I seeing everything solid? I'm looking
Why
at
are you?
a
We're
problem with
not.
me.
Why are you believing that? Why do you say if all things are empty, as if I'm trying to convince you of that?
The
Why?
topic
Why are
all
you
things
taking my? Yes,
are
but why are you taking? You don't need to take my word for it. If you were here for the talk, there is no need for you to take my word for it. So when you begin with the statement, if all things are empty, what you are saying is that if I am saying that all things are empty, then blah, 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 blah. I'm not asking you to believe it.
Um, no,
You don't understand.
How does one know when one discovers the truth?
They just know. There's no sign on the board. Human beings have an inner sensibility to know such things.
Hello?
Yes.
Quick question. How do you transcend lust when it is bombarded everywhere in society?
Yeah, there's no how do you really do anything.
Is truth choiceless?
The devotion to truth is choiceless.
Would it be incorrect to say that all things are full? Full?
All things are what?
Full. Full.
Well, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. If this is what you have found in your own experiences, then so be it.
Hi.
Hello?
Should suffering be avoided?
There is no should.
Hi. Isn't
Hello?
love the most selfish thing?
Any question that begins with the word isn't a real question.
Hi, Kapil.
Hello?
My question is once I complete a task, how do I basically get rid of the memories of that?
There's no how do I.
Hi, Kapil. Thanks for having me.
Hello?
Why is there so much illusion in the first place to get to the truth?
Because you're conditioned by all illusion and lies by society.
Hi,
Hello?
are truths subjective or
There
is
are
there a relational
universal
element?
truths.
Hi, Kapil.
Hello?
Hi. What do you think the difference between chasing and devotion is?
I think you know.
Okay.
What is the purpose of this discussion?
It has no purpose.
Hello, Dr. Gupta.
Okay.
Um, Mira's devotion to Krishna was where she suffered, but uh, it didn't matter to her because it was her devotion to him. But she caused a lot of pain, or the people who were around her, her husband, they all were in deep pain and in return caused pain to her. So my question is, if I go on the path of devotion, I'd be causing pain to my children in some way, and that kind of stops me from pursuing this, or it causes me to sit back and stay with them and do the duties that I'm supposed to do as a mother. And it causes a lot of confliction within my mind, and I don't know where I'm supposed
There's
to.
no way out of that. There's no right answer. If that's what you're feeling, if that's what you're feeling,
Mhm.
there's no right answer. There's no, how do I stop feeling conflict?
So I just pursue the path.
I'm not. I did not say anything.
Uh-huh.
I
Mm-hmm.
didn't say just do anything.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll think about this more. Thank you.
First thing I thought about when I saw that title, when I see all things are
You
empty,
broke up.
I didn't see that if it's empty, it doesn't mean that they don't exist. In my opinion, is if it is empty, the word empty itself, it doesn't exist. Same thing with evil. I believe that
Do you
evil.
have a question? I'm not interested in your beliefs. Do you have a
Yeah,
question?
I want feedback on that. And why do you think I think that when I hear
I'm not interested in giving feedback on your beliefs. If you believe something, then you believe something. I'm not here to tell you that your beliefs are wrong or right, or you should think this way and change. I don't care. If
what
you
does it
believe
mean
X,
empty? How would you define empty then?
empty is meaningless and insignificant.
Hello,
Hello?
Dr. Gupta. My question is, was the truth found by Mira through complete devotion to God was different from the truth that Gautam Buddha found through conquering the mind?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Is your advice also empty?
I have no advice.
Is what you say any less empty?
If you think so.
Hello, Siddha.
Hello?
Does your heart set you free?
That has no meaning. I mean, you must have picked that out of a Harlequin romance book. I don't know what that means.
Would you like me to explain further, or is that it?
Not really.
How are you, Siddha?
Do you have a question?
Yeah. Hello.
Go ahead.
You're saying all things are empty. Can you explain that a little?
Well, I already did explain it in the talk that I gave.
Yes, hi. So, according to you, what is the meaning of equanimity?
So equanimity is a word. I think you know what equanimity means.
Who am I if I am not the mind?
Such things go nowhere. I could say you're a grape. It won't do anything for you. It's just intellectual, spiritual nonsense.
Hello. How would I know if I'm still experiencing my mind or I have come up to a truth on a particular
You
matter?
have. You're experiencing your mind.
Hello. Thank you, Kapil, for and good morning and namaste. So I understand that no one here should take what you're saying as a word of mouth. But my question is that why are you doing this? Because if you think like no one
I
should take.
don't know.
Hi, Dr. Kapil. So, my question is, would you agree that what you seek is seeking you?
That's just spiritual jargon.
Hi.
Hello?
Why there is anything at all?
I don't know what your question is. What's your question?
Sorry?
What is your question?
Why there is anything at all?
I don't even think that you know what you're asking.
Hi, I'm wondering if you would share your internal dialogue during these talks.
I have no internal dialogue.
Thanks.
I'm just wondering what you would consider to be a good question worthy of answering.
It doesn't matter what's worthy or not. It's not my job to give you a question to ask. You don't
Thank
have to
you.
ask anything.
Hi. Does love exist?
Conceptually.
People deal with death. People die. Is there an approach you use to deal with people's grief?
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Why does God create something that is empty and meaningless?
Well, maybe you should ask him.
What is curiosity?
You know what it is. Why do you ask these questions and make them sound intellectual and spiritual?
Hi. Uh, Death is inevitable, yet why do we feel grief when the loved one, dies?
Because it's only inevitable intellectually.
Do you exist or not?
If I said yes or no, it wouldn't do anything for you.
Pranam Siddha. My question is, all things are empty. Does that mean, are you talking about silence?
No. All things are empty means all things are insignificant.
What are you looking forward to?
Nothing.
What's the world gonna look like after this pandemic is over?
This world will always be the same, full of illusion and lies.
Hi. Is marriage really necessary?
Not if you don't think so.
Hello. Hi. Um, so, so generally speaking, I feel I'm a coward. I hide it under the guise of being nice or doing good, but I know it's a lie. My personal world in the past, has been filled with pain. So I don't want to inflict others. I don't want to inflict that pain on others. So it's almost as if it's a compulsion, some conditioning that I have. Um, so I'm not going to ask, how do I overcome it? Because I know you can't give that advice to me. But do you have any general thoughts on this?
No, I don't have any general thoughts.
Hello, Dr. Gupta.
Hello.
First of all, I want to thank you for all your contribution. I somehow know you are real. My question is, so I got interested in truth and enlightenment from at the age of 14, and right now I'm 26, and I'm totally confused, like where to go from here. I already have a business, and I have to
There is
support.
nowhere to go from here.
My question is, why do we exist?
I don't know. The question is, do you?
How can you know the truth and still function in the society, which it's almost as though it's based upon the anti-truth?
Actually, it's only the human being who knows the truth that can truly live anywhere. Otherwise, he does not truly function. He simply lives a reactive life as a slave to society.
Hey, my question is there anything more to life than saying I've made it?
If that's how you conceptualize it, so be it. Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, doctor.
Hello.
Is questioning necessary to experience truth?
It depends what a a particular individual means by questioning. Typically, it means intellectual questioning, and that will not get him anywhere.
Hi,
Hello.
why do you continue to exist?
As I said before, you may wish to examine if one truly does exist.
Hi, my question is why do I forget the things that I know, the things that I have realized?
If you truly have realized them, you would not forget them.
Hi. Who or
Hello.
what is controlling the world?
That's a very vague question.
Okay, so who was who is controlling the actions of society and the world, and who dictates, who is the overlord, who is overseeing? Is it an algorithm? Is it a
No, human beings have created the world through their own mental illusions. Society and the world are not real. They are a farce. It
who
is
create who create
the mind of human beings has created society.
Namaste. Why do I feel peaceful whenever I surrender to Lord Sri Krishna or to life or to the ultimate death? I feel peaceful. Why do I feel that peace?
Why does it matter why you feel peace? If you feel peace, you feel peace. Why would you question it?
Is truth and peace the same thing?
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Just wanted to understand, how do we measure the character of a person that we want to include in
There
our
is
life?
no such thing.
What is significant for the soul according to you?
You may wish to examine what a soul really is. It's a vague concept. Whoever is on stage, come forward.
How do you know that ego is dying?
It is not.
So basically, I have the problem like I'm absent of the mind in the reality. Like I'm not present in that particular situation. So how can I improve?
There is no how can I. Somebody's mic is on who's on stage.
Hi. What do you exactly mean by the title? All things are empty. What do you exactly mean by that?
Insignificant, meaningless.
Hello.
Hello.
I got a simple question. I'm just curious. Do you routinely wonder?
And it has no relevance. Whether I do wonder or don't wonder, it doesn't have any meaning for you, besides it's some intellectual curiosity.
Hi, hi, Siddha. Um, so, quick question is: if all things are empty, would it be best to just live in a farm and just like let things
Well,
go?
why do you say that all things are empty?
I'm just it's just if it's the title of how the
Yeah, why are you believing that?
no, I'm not sure. I'm just questioning it. I don't know if it's actually true. I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to understand a train of thought. That's all.
So if you haven't discovered that for yourself, then it's just
Ah,
intellectual. It's just intellectual
got
jargon.
it. Got it. Okay, I'll ponder on that. Thank you so much. I really.
Hi, hello. I want to ask like how to stop procrastinating.
There is no how to. If you are going to ask how to, your question will not be answered. If you're going to ask how to, you may put your hand down.
What is the ultimate purpose in your life?
There is no purpose.
Hello. Why is it so difficult to sustain faith or hope?
Because it has no meaning.
What's the difference between belief and truth?
What do you think the difference is?
Both are similar for me, almost,
Why do you say almost?
because what I believe is almost true for me.
So your beliefs are true.
Yeah, for me. I don't think for others, but it's for me.
I see.
Who are you?
Hey, Kapil. The truth isn't empty. The way we feel about our kids isn't empty. Our love isn't empty. Our
So do
duty
you,
isn't
so
empty.
I'm not here to discuss anything with you. You're welcome to believe anything that you wish. I'm not telling that you should not believe it. I'm not here to convince you of anything. You shouldn't even be here. You should listen to me.
I felt
Is destiny predestined?
It does not matter.
Hi, Kapil. Thanks. I know there's no prescription to the truth, but in what scenario would you share with me your path to truth?
There's nothing really to share.
Hi, couple. My
Hello?
question is, why is it so difficult to retain the truth or maybe practice it even if after you've heard it and you kind of like accept that this is the truth?
Because you've only had it intellectually. There's no such thing as practice.
How do I make more money?
Hi Kapil. In your articles, you talk about no mind and go there through understanding. So, could you elaborate on that, please?
I've written extensively about that. There's nothing to elaborate about. If you have a specific question, you can ask it, but these open-ended questions about how do you solve all the problems of the world type of questions, they don't go anywhere. They're not serious.
Hello.
Hello.
Can a nihilist ever be truly happy?
There's no such thing.
Hi. Is there anything, if at all, that is closest to truth? As in, let's say, if we are living in a lie in society, we see all the indications around us. How do we know that we are moving towards truth? What are the indications which will be surrounding us if we are making that path or that journey?
There are no indications. The understanding is that everything that you experience is a lie. All of society, all of the world, all of your friends, all of your interactions, all of your social gatherings, all that's in your head, all the books that you read, all of the austerities that you practice, everything is a lie. Now, that might take you 400 lifetimes to discover, or it might take you 2 years. I don't know. But that is the realization that must be had.
Hi, Dr. Kapil.
Hello.
Hi. Words are a bit clumsy sometimes, so I don't mean to be conceptual, but from my perspective, you're coming from a place that feels really embodied and mature in what you're experiencing. And assuming that your path of devotion was organic and choiceless, um, were there moments along that path that felt like a threshold that you crossed that was like no going back from this, like losing your virginity or something where you fundamentally feel that I understand this greater somehow?
Yeah, there have been many such things, but I don't look. I don't look for them. And
They
how
happen.
exactly they happen by themselves. Yes.
It's spontaneous, and the hindsight comes to you that uh, might give
But
it any.
I will tell you that I think that perhaps any type of, even and I'm not saying that you do, but it suggests it sort of in your words and your tone that I don't think that anyone should have any admiration of any sort for me. I don't think that anyone should look up to me. I don't think that anyone should look at me as someone to follow or to hold in any high regard in their mind. It just happened. I'm no one
Hmm.
really to, you know, emulate.
And does that come from you feeling like you don't hold yourself in any regard at all?
I don't know where it comes from. I just feel that that's truth.
I
It's
feel it
it's a
too.
it's a journey inside of oneself. It is not trying to be like someone else, and uh, I don't think that anybody should be like me.
Do you have free will?
It
Free
does
will.
not matter. Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Gupta.
Hello.
Is peace a prerequisite to truth?
No.
Thank you.
Namaskara.
Namaste. If all things are empty, would then an empty mind be all things in all mental states?
There's no reason for you to believe that all things are empty.
What's the title? I thought that was the title.
It is the title. There's no reason for you to believe it. Take it on faith.
Hi, doctor. My question is, if all things are empty, then why do human beings
I don't
desperately?
understand. I've answered this question several times tonight. There is no reason to think that all things are empty. There is no reason to say if all things are empty, as if you were taking my word for it.
Well, my question is, why do human beings so desperately seek fulfillment? That's the question.
They don't seek any. Why? What else would they seek? Whether it's fulfillment or freedom or peace or whatever it may be. I don't understand the question.
If all things are empty, should we just wait?
Okay. If anyone is going to ask me if all things are empty, lower your hand.
Um, Hi, I just had a question. I don't know if this was answered before. Karma, fate, and free will. Which of these three things out of this, which is the most truthful one?
Irrelevant.
Hi.
Hello.
How have you dealt with the kind of shock and the destabilizing effects of becoming more and more aware of how deep your self-deception runs?
I don't deal with things. There's no dealing with.
Does the adversary of truth differ from the adversary of finding truth?
Ask what you want to ask.
What is the adversary of truth?
Belief and opinion.
Namaste, Kapil.
Namaste.
If one is in silence and there are no questions, there are no interpretations, is such a state nearer to the truth?
It can be. It depends upon the context. Some people can manipulate that state for a few minutes, but that doesn't mean it's real.
Hello, this is Dr. Claudine, the Miss Global Peace. All things are empty. Everybody has their way to fill up the cup they need to fill up according to their will or their divine connections. So when each individual's fill up can be peace, can be forgiveness, can be joy. Do we have a way we connect to each other, or we just continue to fill up for each one according to how we can?
There's no filling up, number one. And number two, connection with each other is false.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My question is how to empty my mind to learn the new thing is very important and is very
There is
difficult
no
for
how
me.
to.
It is how to. How means
Okay.
there is a thing.
Hello.
Hello.
How does the uh, emptiness can hold the seeds of uh, this whole world?
I have no idea what you're asking, and I don't think that you do either.
What is the source of my creation?
It will do nothing for you.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have a question for you. Can I ask?
Yes.
So, does religion serve any purpose in today's time?
I don't. I don't want to try to change your beliefs. If you
No, just
believe it does, then it does. But no, religion is not about God.
yeah. But does it?
Hi, Siddha. Uh, I'm deeply hurt and I feel empty. How do I stay with this emptiness if it is?
There's no reason to do anything. There's no how to. The only
The
thing
only
there
thing.
is, and the only thing that works is the truth.
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Is the seeking of my ruby tooth a worthy goal for my life?
Repeat the question.
Is the seeking of my ruby tooth a worthy goal for my life?
What is a ruby tooth?
It was literally a tooth made of 100% ruby, but it's metaphorically a difficult mission to achieve so that my life will take me on interesting adventures and meet interesting people to attain this nearly impossible tooth.
Try it. See where it takes you.
Hello, Dr. Kapil.
Hello?
Thank you for bringing me up. So, my question is: isn't even the thinking that one day I will reach the ultimate truth an imprisonment by the self?
If you are doing that for purposes of relief, pleasure, and prescription, then yes.
Hello, Dr. Kapil. So, my question is related to when you say what you want, what you become is in you, or what you like doing is already within you, and you have to just find it and maximize on that. Is the process of knowing what is in you purely intellectual, or is it just trial and error?
It can be whatever you want it to be. There's no defined process for that.
Hello. My question is, can one create art from nothing, or is everything just a reinterpretation of one's perceptions and experiences?
It's whatever you think it to be. What does it matter? Whether it's a reinterpretation or whether it's from nothing. There's no badge to be got.
Hello, doctor. Thanks for bringing me up. I just wanted to know, like, is it possible to live without money?
People live without money. They live in caves. They live as a homeless person or person who begs on the street. So yes, it's possible to live without money.
Hello, doctor.
Hello.
The question I want to ask is there life after death? Is there rebirth?
I don't know.
Hello, Pranam. My question to you is, what do you do to decide in life?
There's nothing as to what to do. It's not about doing anything.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes.
My question is, why do we feel like to distance ourselves from these Homo sapiens after we have achieved the delta states of mind?
Who cares?
Nobody. No, like,
Uh, when did you realize that all things are empty?
What does it matter?
Hello. Uh, Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, sir, I have been struggling with this enormous fear of self-realization, the fear of a non-conceptual, non-perceptual reality. Even though I want to discover it, at the same time, there is this enormous fear that I've been struggling with for more than a decade. And
I cannot
could
give you a
you,
prescription to overcome the fear.
pardon?
I cannot give you a prescription to overcome the fear.
No, no, I'm not asking for a prescription, but could you comment on like what is it that I need to see? What is it that I need to realize in order to be free from it?
Where there is devotion, fear does not matter. Yes. Yes. Do you have a question?
Yeah. Hi. So I'd like to put it, uh, in spite of this is with not regards to work, with regards to the relationship we create with people. Why is it that although we
I can barely hear you.
can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yes.
now? Um, why is it that when we create connections with people, um, we sort of create a relationship in our head, but when there is no exchange, although we understand that we're not accepting, we're not looking for acceptance, we're not looking for a give and take, but we feel like it's empty.
You don't have a good connection. You broke up. I cannot hear you. Good night.